Hello, everybody. Today is Saturday, March the 7th, 2014. My name is Michael Wright, and this is the Elliottwave Outlook for the week ahead. Just before going forward, please do pause the recording and read over our risk disclaimer. Alright, so let's jump right into the members area. Okay. As of late, we are in one open trade. That one open trade is the long Euro Aussie. All right. So all you have to do, just jump in the members area, click on the open trade, and then you'll see the setup, our entry, stop loss, target, etc. there. Um, and this was the setup for the Euro Aussie long from 140.20. Okay. So we will look over that at the same time. We just posted the pound yen moving average trade setup for next week. Okay. Um, Here's the chart, and then further detail on the analysis is here. Going forward, we probably will put like a sort of pending order here, something like ideally where you could look to enter, because even though it's in a text, we'll make it even more clear cut. Put like an entry point, ideal stop loss, and ideal target area. This would be areas, so we put that there for those who are also trading a little more active than we are. Um, so just something to keep notice of that. And as such, the fundamentals and technical analysis is here. Obviously, on the front end, there's a lot of material that on the front end that is blocked, but once you are signed in, you'll see all of that material that says this content is for members only. It'll be unblocked. As such, when I click on the technical analysis now, everything is unreleased. Okay, so I know a couple of you had questions on that, so that is that answer. And then the videos, obviously, as such. Okay, we'll talk more about the support resistance levels and the scope section in the near future. But the key area is this. Okay, so let's look at the Euro Aussie. This pound Kiwi too played out very well. Okay, this pound Kiwi played out very well. Right off of the so if you did take this trade off of the trade setups article, that still remains intact. Everything remains perfect to say the least. All right. So let's jump right into the charts. First, we're going to take a look at the Euro Aussie that we are currently in. Then we'll take a look at the pound yen, and then from there we'll look at additional trade setups. Okay. Um, so on the first level, okay, on the first level with the Euro Aussie, let's look at that first. Okay. Um, this is the ideal count. Okay, in our opinion, um, interesting double bottom, two spikes, but then here ABC WXY. Um, Also, we have reached the 161.8% fib extension. Okay, so as long as this holds true, the count ideally. I'm putting these in parentheses because this is the inside count of a bigger move. Okay, and I'll show you that shortly. And then what we'll have here is that's the X and then Y coming about on this level. Or Y could just be a double top. Um, So double top here, or like even 149.56. All right. So that's a potential move, or we could see it bounce to 145. Now the reason why I'm saying that is because if we zoom out a little bit, the bigger move, in my opinion, because it's still divergent, okay? Even if this is WX, then you're looking for a Y at lower levels, but still ideally are going to see it bounce, alright? The bounce into 145, 146 about, um, and then we'll take it from there, okay? If the downside is going to resume, then looking at 137. Whatever the case is, the bounce is first, and then we'll play the other areas. Pound Aussie, right? Obviously not as deep, but then ideally this is a move for new highs. Okay, on the daily time frame. Okay, once you open up this time frame, you see Pound Aussie fairly upside targets fairly far away. So that's why we are favoring the Euro Aussie on a move higher. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, and then C could come lower. But even if that's the case, we still need a bounce. All right. Obviously, when that bounce comes, then we will ideally start to align the different time frames and pairs as such. Aussie dollar, which is very crucial for this setup, right, is pointing towards lower levels as well. Lower levels on the Aussie dollar equates to higher levels on the pound Aussie, Euro Aussie, etc. Okay, we look at Aussie dollar on the daily chart. We broke up below the 161.8% fib, and possibly the next big move is a 261, which is a ways away at 63. All right, too big of a move. There still needs to be a bounce. However, there's not that deep of a divergence, but there is some notable divergence already developing. Okay, we can still make another low and still have divergence. So this is crucial for the Aussie dollar going forward, and also the Euro Aussie and Pound Aussie. So hence why we do like this Euro Aussie for a bounce first, and then we'll see how it plays out in the near to medium term. All right. Away from that, the pound yen. Okay, we already broke below this trend line. We spoke about it in the article, in the moving average article, so please do see that piece. But that recent high, right, I'm talking about 185 about, that was big because that was the 76.4% fib retracement on that recent downswing. Okay, and now this move prevails. We're looking for a W here, X, and then Y at lower levels. Okay, now ideal moves are a back test towards 182.50 about, stops against this pivot high at 183.75. So against this high, ideally as long as we stay below 185, the downside will still prevail, will be ideal. Same words. But on a daily time frame, the reason why we're favoring for the downside is because if you look at the daily time frame, what you'll see is that there's clear momentum divergence. All right, that's pretty clear, and that's a major fib to the top side. But in either case, there's major divergence. A break below 178 that will add color to this bearish picture. Okay, and we also had the 4-hour break on the break and price action on the 4-hour time frame. So ideal targets, 170. Our deal targets are 180 to the 178 zone. Very crucial. If we do get that back test, I will take this short and I will aim for that area. But the big thing is, if I do get a chance to enter that trade and I'm not fully out at 178, I'll look to be out of most of that position, because then probably a bounce will come after that, and I will